from Atatürk Olympic Stadium, the most prestigious club competition, UEFA Champions League finals between Manchester City and International Milan Nerazzurri Penamata. If you go to Inter Milan, their coach is Simone Inzaghi, starting with 3-5-2 formation. International Milan, starting with 3-5-2 formation, you'll be getting Andre Onana in the goalpost for International Milan, Nerazzurri Penamata, Matteo Darmian, Francesco Asabi, Alessandro Bastoni. They are the three backs for International Milan, Nerazzurri Penamata. For the midfielders and central campistas, Federico De Marco, Hakan Calhanoglu, Marcelo Brozovic, Nicolo Barrera, and Denzel Dumfries. They are the midfielders for Simone Inzaghi, International Milan Nerazzurri Penamata. And for their attack, Romelu Lukaku, Lukaku on the bench. So you'll be getting Edin Dzeko, Aaron Tajaman Bosenski, and Lautaro Javier Martinez Arturo. They are starting for International Milan Nerazzurri Penamata. So I'm repeating Inter Milan lineup once again. Andre Onana in the goalpost. Inter Milan are playing 3-5-2 formation under coach Simone Inzaghi. So Andre Onana in the goalpost, you'll be getting Matteo Darmian, Francesco Asabi, Alessandro Bastoni, Denzel Dumfries, the Dutch international, Nicolo Barrera. You'll be getting Marcelo Brozovic, Hakan Calhanoglu, Federico De Marco. This is the starting lineup for International Milan Nerazzurri Penamata. On the part of Manchester City, Pep Guardiola Aisela is their coach. They are playing 3-2-4-1 formation. Yes, Manchester City is playing 3-2-4-1 formation. And with Manchester City, Edison Moraes Santana in the goalposts, Kyle Walker, you'll be getting Ruben Dias, Dos Santos, Nathan Ake, John Stones. This is the Manchester City defense. So you can bring your prediction. Who is winning the game? I will give you live telecast here. Manchester City versus Inter. So I'm repeating the Manchester City lineup once again. Edison Moraes Santana in the pole, Kyle Walker, Ruben Dos Santos Gato Diaz, Nathan Ake, John Stones. These are the defenders for Manchester City. The citizens with their midfielders, Bernardo Silva, Viega Morta da Silva, Bernardo Silva, Rodrigo Hernandez Cascante, Kevin De Bruyne, Ilkay Gundogan, Jack Grealish, and Erling Haaland. So I'm repeating the Manchester City lineup once again. Jack Grealish, Erling Haaland, Ilkay Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Rodrigo Hernandez Cascante, John Stones, Nathan Ake, Ruben Dias, Kyle Walker, and Edison Moraes Santana. Pep Guardiola is playing 3-2-4-1 formation, and this is his fourth UEFA Champions League finals. 2009 with Barcelona, 2011 with Barcelona, 2001 with Manchester City, and 2023 with Manchester City. So Pep Guardiola, this is his fourth UEFA Champions League finals. With Simone Inzaghi, he's the sixth Italian manager to reach UEFA Champions League final after Carlo Ancelotti, Fabio Capello, Marcello Lippi, Roberto Di Matteo, and Mas Allegri. So we are coming to compare and contrast Manchester City lineup to International Milan Nerazzurri Penamata. Drop your comment and your prediction. Is okay, I don't know where you are watching from, but I can tell you from Canada time, 3 p.m. Canadian time, we will give you the live stream here. And I think in Ghana is 7 p.m. Ghana time. So bring your prediction and your comment. Mustafa Rasan, Manchester City all the way. Danso Steven, you and your teams are doing great job, okay? Mustafa Neymar, you are really amazing. Allah bless and protect you for us till you return back to Osei Chrome. Okay, Osei Chrome there. It will take some time before we come. So we are come to do the tactical analysis. Now, let's start with Filippo Inzaghi. Or Simeone Inzaghi. Inter is playing 3-5-2. Looking at the Inter Milan team, they are playing the Italian Catenaccio 3-back. So you'll be getting Alessandro Bastoni, Francesco Isabi, and Matteo Damian. They are the 3-back for Inter Milan. So if you compare the Inter 3-back, which comprise with Matteo Damian, Francesco Isabi, and Alessandro Bastoni. Now let's look at the Manchester City attack. You have Erling Haaland, please. If today is the first time you are watching, you just like, subscribe, and share to the channel. This is the UEFA Champions League night. UEFA Champions League finals. Manchester City from England and International Milan. Nerazzurri Penamata from Italy. At Attack Olympic Stadium in Turkey is the venue of attraction. Now, before I do the tactical analysis, let's look at this. Which team do you think is favorite to win tonight? I'm dropping my prediction and what will happen in the game. Let's look at something here. One, if you compare and contrast Manchester City attack to International Milan defense, before we go and take the live feed from Atatürk Olympic Stadium, you can see Erling Haaland is the danger man. Erling Haaland is the danger man for Manchester City. Aside Erling Haaland, you'll be getting the likes of Ilkay Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne, and Jack Grealish. Unique thing about Manchester City and Pep Guardiola Manchester City is the tiki-taka football. Immediately you are playing against Manchester City. The first thing you have to bear in your mind that Pep Guardiola is master of tiki-taka. They will dominate, they will control anything on the field of play. So let me see the Simeone Inzaghi strategy. He is playing 5 midfielders in the shape of Federico Di Marco, Hakan Calhanoglu, Marcelo Brozovic, Nicolo Pereira, and Denzel Dumfries. So this show clearly International Milan, they want to conquer the midfield battle, because if you allow Rodrigo Hernandez Cascante, Bernardo Silva, Vega Morta, Carvalho, Kevin De Bruyne, and Ilkay Gundogan to control the shape of the game, I bet you suffer. So per the tactical variation, you can see that Simeone Inzaghi wants Lautaro Martinez and Lautaro, the Italian, the Argentine striker, and Edin Dzeko, and Tajman Bosenski. Edin Dzeko, well, yes, it's Edin Dzeko and Lautaro Martinez. They are leading the attack for Manchester City, Inter Milan. So if you look at the Inter style of play and Inter strategy, Inter want to play like defending and attacking. They are playing a typical Catenaccio Italian 3-5-2. So you'll be seeing Denzel Dumfries and Matteo Damian joining the attack when the Italian team is moving upstairs. And you'll be seeing the likes of Nicolo Pereira, Marcelo Brozovic, and co. They will be doing the dirty work in the middle for International Milan. Now, let's compare one after the other. Edson Moraes, X against Andre Onana. The Brazilian goalkeeper against the Cameroonian goalkeeper. In this year Champions League, one unique thing about Manchester City is Manchester City is undefeated. No team have been able to beat Manchester City in this year UEFA Champions League, which is the most prestigious club competition. Now, if you compare Edison Moraes to Andre Onana, Edison Moraes is a fantastic goalkeeper. Andre Onana is also a fantastic goalkeeper. But per their stars, people are watching. Okay, Kwaku, come and take your seat and bring. Yes, come and take your seat and bring your side of the tactical variation. Richard Kwaku will join the crew now, and live from Living Shepherd Security Service office at Canada, Ontario, Toronto. Yes, everything is cool here. Edison Moraes against Andre Onana. To me, I will go for Andre Onana, because looking at the Inter Milan team, keeping clean sheet against Napoli at Giuseppe Meazza, Andre Onana once again keep clean sheet against AC Milan, both legs of the semi-finals. So for the goalkeeping department, I will go straight for Andre Onana. Kyle Walker, to me, he's the best right back this season. He is better than any of the Inter Milan right backs. Kyle Walker. So for the right side, either Denzel Dumfries or whoever will start as right back for Inter Milan, I will choose Kyle Walker over that player. Ruben Dos Santos Gato Diaz against Francesco Acerbi, because International Milan is playing 3-5-2, whilst the Manchester City are playing 3-2-4-1 formation. So tactical variation, I will choose Ruben Diaz X against either Matteo Demian, either Francesco Acerbi, either Alessandro Bastoni, whoever will play as defensive midfielder. I will choose Ruben Diaz over him. Nathan Ake. Okay, I will choose Francesco Acerbi over Nathan Ake. John Stones. Now let me tell you something special about Pep Guardiola team today. Pep Guardiola is simply playing three back, but you know something. Guardiola three back, he will play Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, and Nathan Ake, and he will push John Stones to the middle of the field. So you'll be getting John Stones, Rodri as two pivotal players, because the Italian coach Simone Inzaghi has packed 5 midfielders. So you see John Stones supporting Rodri in the defensive pivotal midfield role. Then he will spread the fire forces. Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Ilkay Gundogan. So it will be quite interesting. It will be quite interesting. Now let's look at this. Please drop your prediction and subscribe. If today is the first time you are watching, subscribe. I will telecast the game live for you to watch. So share the link, subscribe, share the link, subscribe, share the link and subscribe. This is the UEFA Champions League night at Atatürk Olympic Stadium in Istanbul, Turkey. International Milan from Italy against the Sky Blues, the citizens of Manchester City, live from Canada, Toronto, Ontario province, Living Shepherd office. 3-2-4-1 formation for Pep Guardiola, and you'll be getting 3-5-2 formation for Simone Inzaghi. We will join the field soon. So just subscribe, like, and share, and put on your notification. Simone Inzaghi, chief Italian manager, to reach UEFA Champions League final after Ancelotti, Fabio Capello, Marcello Lippi, Matteo Damian, and Max Allegri. Pep Guardiola 4th UEFA Champions League finals. He already played 2 Champions League finals with Barcelona in 2000 against Manchester United, and 2011 against Manchester United. He lost to Chelsea in 2021 in the UEFA Champions League finals, and this is his fourth time against International Milan. Let me read some comments and message here. Sian Christopher, I'm watching live from Sumeria. Okay. Mustafa Al Hassan. Okay. Neymar, you are really amazing. Allah bless and protect you for us till you return to Osekru. Okay. Kumurika. I want for so say Kumurika. Well, Ghana is our country, and we will return in peace, hopefully, and God willing, the next 2-3 years time. So all our friends and our lovers in Kumasi, stay with this channel. Now let's go straight into Athletic Olympic Stadium, Inter versus Thomas Boadu. Are you showing the match? Yes. The match is 3 p.m. Canadian time, 7 p.m. Ghana time. So the time is not yet, but I will give you the feed so that you can watch everything on your screen. Drop your comment and your prediction. The game will be live here. The game will be live here. So don't fear. I'm repeating the Manchester City lineup again. Edison Moraes Santana in the post, Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, Nathan Ake, John Stones, Rodrigo Hernandez Cascante, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Ilkay Gundogan, Jack Grealish, Ellen Hela, and coach is Pep Guardiola. International Milan, Simone Inzaghi is their coach. Andre Onana, Matteo Demian, Francesco Acerbi, Alessandro Bastoni, Denzel Dumfries, Nicolo Barella, Mateo Brozovic, Hakan Calhanoglu, Federico Di Marco, Lautaro Martinez, and Edin Dzeko. These are the starting 11 for both teams, but the Italian tactician Simone Inzaghi is playing 3-5-2 formation, and the Spanish tiki-taka man Pep Guardiola is also playing 3-2-4-1 formation. Yes, so welcome to Neymar the Puncher TV on YouTube. We will take the feed soon, so I want you to bring your predictions and your comment. Drop your comment wherever you are watching me from. Where are you watching from? Drop your comments. Bring your prediction. What is your take for the game tonight? Is Manchester City winning or International Milan winning? Drop your comment and bring your prediction. Kwaku, if you're free, you can join and bring your side. Haj Mustafa is watching me from France. Okay, let me turn to the sports broadcast journalist and also a pundit of the game, Richard Kwaku. Manchester City versus International Milan Rasuri Penamata, the biggest club competition, UEFA Champions League tonight. What are you saying about today's finals?
Yeah, today will be a mouthful semi-final, the Athletic, yes. And of course, a big game for Pep Guardiola because he went the last 2 years, and of course, Chelsea made things very, very difficult for him. So he has learned his lessons. I was listening to the pre-interview of him, and he was saying that this time he will not overthink, because that has been a major problem for Pep Guardiola. Getting to big games, he tried to overthink and stuff, but this time he has made it a priority not to overthink, but make sure he gets all his national at stake and find the right fit in order to get the right balance for the win, because this is a game that he cannot simply afford. This is the best Manchester City team I have seen so far since his arrival, taking the team from Manuel Pellegrini, of course, building up with his philosophy, buying his players, and of course, trying to get that right balance. This is the best Manchester City team I have ever seen, because checking their defense, they don't have so many weaknesses, checking about their midfield, total quality up front, a firepower in the shape of Erling Haaland. So this is the right time for them to win the treble. It has been amazing.
Winning the Premier League
absolutely,
and
the
FA Cup
and the UEFA Champions League. It has been a long while. I think it was since Sir Alex Ferguson at Manchester United. That was the time that a particular team managed to win the UEFA Champions League, the Premier League, and of course the FA Cup. So Guardiola has a statement to make to the world that he's indeed one of the best in the game. Of course, arguably, he's one of the best coaches in the world.
Do you see Guardiola winning
absolutely treble? It is very certain. It's very written on the wall. Getting to this game pair, the odds favor Manchester City to get that maximum 3 points. Of course, clinch the UEFA Champions League for the first time for Manchester City. It has been a while. City came, but they were finding difficult to find that right balance, the right coaches, the right players, and of course the right mentality to conquer Europe. But this is the right time for them to keep up and find that right balance, and I think this is the right time. This is the perfect time. I know that Inter Milan has so many history in the UEFA Champions League. They have won it, and of course, comparing and contrasting to Manchester City have not won it for before. So sure. This is the right time for him to make a statement. The right time came when they played against Chelsea. He overthought, and Chelsea won it when when Thomas Tuchel made that magic. The first thing he made a statement for Chelsea that he has indeed arrived. So Guardiola has that total concentration also. I was checking the lineup and he managed to keep and stick to the lineup he has been using during the semi-finals, during the quarter-finals.
Yeah, you don't want to change the winning team.
You don't want to change the winning team. Of course, you need to find the right balance. He's playing Kyle Walker, Manola Kanji, and I'm talking about Ruben Diaz being the 3-back. These are capable players who know how to sprint, because playing against Inter Milan, they have so many firepower front. Edin Dzeko, Lautaro Martinez, these players are also pros. If they set back and catch you on the break, if you don't have players who are really pacey, defending at their back line, it will be very difficult. So playing Manola Kanji, Ruben Diaz, and Kaoka, I think they can take on Edin Dzeko and of course Lautaro Martinez when it comes to sprinting basis, because they know how to sprint also. So I think thumbs up to Pep Guardiola on that selection. Also coming to midfield, he played John Stones. John Stones has been like a hidden treasure for Manchester City, because he's a centre back, but he has been playing as a decoy, as a central midfielder, and the kind of work John Stones is doing is simply unbelievable. He's playing out of position, but he's making sure that he's performing each and every day for Manchester City. And I think in the heart of midfield, John Stones will also live up, because in this competition, he has made sure that he's doing things right in the heart of midfield together with Rodri, and I think that they can find that right balance in the heart of midfield for Manchester City, going up front with that 4, leaving Erling Haaland up front, Gundogan. I'm talking about Jack Grealish cutting from the left, and of course, you're talking about Bernardo Silva cutting from the right, to drive Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne. So many firepower, so many creativity. Gundogan can create, De Bruyne can create, Bernardo Silva can create, and of course, Grealish can create, making that cutbacks for Erling Haaland to finish it up. So I think Guardiola find that right balance. There is simply no lapses in the lineup he has paraded, no overthinking. This is a critical lineup. He has made sure that he select through a consistent team he saw from the quarterfinals.
Since the beginning of May, no footballer in the top 5 leagues in Europe have involved in more goals than Ilkay Gundogan.
Absolutely.
Sure.
That's the main reason why I say that creative spark is there for all to see, because Gundogan and of course De Bruyne, they create a lot. I'm not talking about the exemption of Bernardo Silva. They create a lot. He can create from the midfield. He can create from the middle. So they have so many creative spark who can make sure they leave out piercing passes for Haaland to finish it off. This is a game they simply need to score, because if they don't score, Simeone Inzaghi's side has shown us that in Italian football they can defend their heart out to take the game to penalties. And if this game travel to penalties, bet be it can go either way, and it will be a disaster for Pep Guardiola, because this is a game that he need to kill the game off in the 90 stipulated minutes. He simply cannot afford to take the game to extra time or probably to penalty, because at penalties, it can go either way. This is a side that they have shown that in the Italian league, in as much Napoli won the Scudetto, they've shown glimpses of a high quality team, their backline, their goalkeeping department, their attacking front, so much firepower. Look at their goalkeeper, Andrew Onana. He got a ban but returned fully and performing superbly for them. Benching Samir Andanovic, who is very, very experienced in goal posts for Inter Milan. Checking their backline, they play that 3-back, and of course, talking about DiMarco Sprinter on the left wing back position, talking about Denzel Dumfries Sprinter on the right wing back position, talking about Francesco Acerbi, you'll be talking about Alessandro Bastoni. So many pros players, they know how to defend. These players are pros. I remember.
Are we going to see the 2005 Istanbul drama again between Association Calcio Milan and Liverpool in the year 2005-2006? Did you remember that game?
I remember absolutely.
AC
Milan went ahead 3-0 at the first half, and Liverpool came back stronger to make it 3-3. Then eventually Liverpool won. I don't think it will happen. Inter Milan know how to defend very, very well. We know that Guardiola is a trainer who believes in that total football, controlling the ball, having so many possession, and of course building up to the goal post. But I don't think that he can control the game, but finding that finishing touch will be the major problem, because they have a quality goalkeeper in the shape of Andrew Onana, and their backline also very, very resolute, very, very experienced. Bastoni, Francesco Acerbi, I remember his time at XS Lazio, and of course talking about Midfield, who went to Manchester United to garner so many experience. So they have so many experienced defenders who can make sure that Haaland, Gundogan, of course, De Bruyne, Grealish will not find that spaces to make those piercing passes to find the back of the line. So I believe in that defensive resoluteness of Simone Inzaghi's side, making sure that they defend 5 when they are without the ball, and going for it, they can make sure that they put up more of a multiple overloads of 4 up front. Talking about Dzeko, talking about Lautaro Martinez, Andre McCaffrey, and also in comparison of Hakan Çalhanoğlu, with the inclusion of DiMarco from the left wing back position, of course, Denzel Dumfries from the right wing back position. So it's a game that we're gonna enjoy the world over. This is the UEFA Champions League final. Of course, no one can simply miss a glimpse of the events.
Since today is the biggest club competition on this planet, Earth finals, Manchester City versus International Milan Nerazzurri Benevento. Tonight, Pep Guardiola will play his 4th Champions League finals as a coach. 2 with Barcelona in 2009 and 2011, and 2 with Manchester City, 2001 and 2003. It's only Carlo Ancelotti has played 5 finals. So, with the exception of Carlo Ancelotti, Pep Guardiola will also be one of the top notch in terms of the UEFA Champions League finals. That is fantastic. Now you will join the field soon. We are coming to compare and contrast both lineup, from goalkeeping department to the defense, to the middle, to the attack. And I'm repeating the lineup once again. On the part of Manchester City, Pep Guardiola is playing 3-2-4-1 formation. Edison Moraes, Kyle Walker, Ruben Dias, Nathan Ake, John Stones, Rodrigo Hernandez Cascante, Bernardo Silva. You'll be getting Kevin De Bruyne, Ilkay Gundogan, Jack Grealish, and Erling Haaland. 3-2-4-1 formation, sorry. And if you go to Simone Inzaghi, he's playing 3-5-2 formation. Andre Onana in the goalpost, Matteo Darmian, Francesco Isardi, Alessandro Bastoni. These are the 3-back for International Milan Nerazzurri Benevento. Now, if you see their 3-back, in their middle, of which the Italian call it centrocampistas, you'll be getting Federico Di Marco, Hakan Çalhanoğlu, Marcelo Brozovic, Nicolo Barrera, Denzel Dumfries, Lautaro Martinez, Javier Arturo, and Edin Dzeko, Ertajman Bosenski. So if I repeat it once again, Onana, Matteo Darmian, Francesco Isardi. Let's look at the 3-back first. Matteo Darmian, Francesco Isardi, and Alessandro Bastoni. Can they stop the firepower of Erling Haaland, Kevin De Bruyne, and Jack Grealish?
Yes, as I was saying, they have so many experience also. As I was saying, Bastoni, Shelby, and of course Damian, comprising that three back. So you'll be thinking that a typical three attackers coming in front, facing this three back. You'll be talking about Jack Grealish, Bernardo Silva, in some expense, Ilkay Gundogan, and of course Erling Braut. I believe in Francesco Esquerdo, so many experience that he's bringing out, and of course Halal has shown that he operates on spaces. He loves to run into spaces, and of course if you give him that space, he makes sure that he will get a ball, and of course punishes you. But I believe in that youngster Alexandro Bastoni, because he runs a lot, he can sprint a lot, giving Halad no space to operate, and of course making sure that he makes sure he cuts those supplies which will be coming from Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne. And of course from the left side, talking about left side, the one who will be cutting from the left side is Jack Grealish. He will be facing Mathieu Damian face to face from that front in collaboration with Denzel Dumfries from the left wing position. So when they are moving, there will be a time that Damian should make sure that he doesn't flatter to deceive, because Grealish has shown that he is not so much skillful, but he's direct and purposeful. If he makes sure he take the ball past you, he can make the cutback, that quick passing for Gundogan and De Bruyne, of course, Erling Haaland to finish it off. So
let me up to this question. Sorry for interruption. If you are Simone Inzaghi, which system will you deploy to stop the Haaland fire?
There is no system. So far as you are playing a 5-back, you are simply assured of stopping every firepower, because you are playing a 3-back. You'll be having a 3 who will be standing in front of the goalkeeper.
Okay.
Those 3, they will not be going on. They will be standing in front of the goalkeeper, and Denzel Dumfries and only Federico Di Marco will be going. They will be joining the attack to create an overload, so that Inter Milan will get numbers up front when they are attacking. So there is no need to map initially to stop Haaland. He's a guy who operates on spaces. So if someone operates on spaces, you just simply don't give him the chance to make sure. Absolutely, because you have 3 central defenders. Make sure he is not getting that supplies, and of course making sure he doesn't get supplies to finish it off comprises of that midfield. He's playing virtually 6 midfielders, more of 4, a triangle. Rodri, Stones, Gundogan, and Kevin De Bruyne. A typical 4, making it that square in midfield, flanking it by Bernardo Silva and Jack Grealish. So you will also have 5, a typical 5 in midfield. McCaffrey and Henrik. You'll be talking about Hakan Çalhanoğlu, and I think the next player is Nikola Barella or Marcelo Brozovic, right? Rather. So you have these 3 central defenders who can contain, make sure that City's typical midfielders who are more ball retention oriented, they will not be getting that piercing passes, because Gundogan, De Bruyne, they have shown that they have proper ball retention. They can get on the ball to make sure that they create spaces for Haaland to finish it. So it will be a draw affair. They're gonna fight themselves up, and of course the one will be coming on top. It will take a moment of a mistake, a moment of magic, for this game to go the separate way, because it's the final, it's the last game of the season you are playing, and of course it's the most prestigious club competition in the world. This is a tournament you simply cannot flatter to deceive. You simply cannot close your eyes and open. No, if you do that, things will go against you. So I believe each and every person will be tactically disciplined, right from your goalkeeping, defense, midfield, attack. It will take a moment of magic.
Yeah, Justin, the fire causing large smoke clouds across the Athletic Olympic Stadium in Istanbul this evening. So there's fire outbreak closer to the Athletic Stadium. So if you can watch from my phone, you can see that the firefighters are around to help to solve the situation. Rodri is making his 52nd start of the season for Manchester City in all competition across Pep Guardiola's managerial career. The only Anfield player to have started more games in a single campaign under him was Lionel Messi Corocini in 2011, 2012, 57 pivotal.
Yeah. It's a strong statement from Pep Guardiola because if you check the whole circumference or the whole statement of the caption which came, he's showing how pivotal Rodri is in the team of Pep Guardiola. The last team Pep built and was really formidable to beat was Barcelona's during his days.
Sure.
Yes.
With Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, and Samuel Eto'o.
During that team, Messi was the critical player for Pep Guardiola. And in this team of Pep Guardiola, Rodri is the most pivotal player for him because he does so many work. He plays as a defensive midfielder. He can play as a central midfielder. He does so many things, and of course, helping the defenders, helping attackers also. So he's really critical in the game. Now, moving on, comparing and contrasting the players regarding the game, right from the goalkeeping department. Edison has shown time and again at the biggest stage he can perform, and also Onana from Ajax getting into Inter Milan. He has shown, especially this season, that he is also a capable goalkeeper who can do exploit for the team. And I think each team have so many capable goalkeepers. Edison, Onana, they can stand out for us to get that beautiful game that we are all expecting. Their defenders are pros. Also checking with Manchester City, their defenders are pros. Coming to the midfield, so many quality. Going up front, so many quality. And I believe that this is a game that we're going to enjoy the world over because it's a game that Simeone and Inzaghi also want to make a statement. And of course, I was reading those tabloids, and of course, they were making it very synonymous for me that Simeone Inzaghi have went to each final right from his time from Lazio, getting to Inter Milan, and each final he's winning. So it's quite surprising. It's Inzaghi from his days from Lazio to Inter Milan has been winning each final.
But Jose Mourinho was winning every final.
Absolutely.
But unfortunately, in the Europa League, he couldn't beat informed Sevilla.
Sure,
because Sevilla defeated Manchester United and La Vecchia Saganaula of Juventus.
Good.
Looking at Manchester City team carefully, eliminating Bayern Munich and humiliating Real Madrid. This shows clearly Inter have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, absolutely. They have a lot of work to do. If you check that first game that we watched, that was Real versus Manchester City, right? The first leg. Sure. It was a total bombarding attack from Manchester City. The first 30 minutes of the game, Manchester City made sure that they closed the game at Etihad. They made sure that they will bombard Real Madrid defense, and of course, eventually they find the goal, and it continued making a humiliating scoreline. So Guardiola has shown that he is a coach that believes in his system, that philosophy of containing the play with so many proper ball retentioners. They can do the job for him because right now he's playing virtually 6 midfielders in the game. Rodri is a midfielder. You'll be talking about
Bernardo
Silva. You'll be talking about
Kevin De
Bruyne, Gundogan. So virtually he's playing multiple of 7 midfielders.
But per Guardiola's system, he's playing 3-2-4-1 formation.
Absolutely.
And everyone knows that the Italians are capable of the 3 backs. Mauricio Sarri, Antonio Conte, Simone Inzaghi, and co. But Guardiola pushing John Stones to the middle, is it going to have the Manchester?
Absolutely. It has been working for him. There is not a time that he's experimenting. That's been his major problem. He always liked to experiment, but this time he has shown he has experimented and it has yielded the results. Checking the last 2 games till they reached the final, John Stones was playing the heart of midfield and he won the man of the match. So he has shown that he can do that job in the heart of midfield for Guardiola because he can play as a centre back. During the game, there will be multiple variations. John Stones can get to the back to make it a 4-back flat. He can come to the midfield to make it a 3-back flat. So it depends on that tactical variation in the game because Guardiola believes in that tactical flexibility. Let me tweak my formation a little bit. Let me tweak how the players are playing, how they are moving forward, and how they are making sure that they get things right. They get that perfect combo to get that maximum goals for the team. So I think Guardiola is on course. The team, the players are so many focused. They are focused. They have learned so many lessons from the time that Chelsea make sure that they are doing the right thing on them. Because if you remember, Chelsea defended. Guardiola played all the game. He played all the game. He was controlling all the game with so many ball retentions. He was controlling all the game. But at the end of the day, Chelsea made sure that they did the most important thing in football. That is to get that maximum goal through Kai Havertz. So
you can continue.
Yeah.
But let me chip in some messages. Stephen Owusu, watching live from Istanbul, Turkey. But Manchester City supporters are everywhere than Inter Milan now. So I think Man City all the way. He's watching us from
Turkey.
Istanbul.
Yeah, so he's bringing the live reaction. He said that Manchester City supporters are all over Turkey, unlike Inter Milan supporters.
So he's going for
Absolutely.
Manchester City. Abuke Kwesi, I'm watching live from South Africa. Good evening. May God bless you, Neymar. So, Kwaku, let me push you to the wall. Your final prediction for tonight, Champions League final. And what are your expectations for the first 45 minutes of the game?
Well, for the first 45 minutes of the game, I expect Manchester City to come all out onto Inter Milan. How they did it to Real Madrid, I believe that Guardiola will be speaking to the boys that, oh, let's go all out. Let's get the first goal to unsettle Inter Milan. And that will be the trick. So if this Manchester City team get that first goal, the probability of Inter Milan resurrecting and coming back will be very, very difficult. So Simeone Inzaghi's side will also make sure that they advise themselves not to concede first, but rather sit back on the 5 deep at the back line, make sure that they catch City on the counter break, because when they come out front with so many overloads, creating virtually 6 players up front, trying to press and win the ball really quickly, it creates lapses at the back line, leaving only 3 defenders at the back line. So that will be the time for Denzel Dumfries, DiMarco, and of course Lautaro Martinez and Edin Dzeko to make sure that they find the ball at the back of the line, because it will be you are sitting back line and of course catching them on the break, and that will be the perfect solution for Inter Milan. So I expect City to contain the ball. He'll be containing the ball within the first 30 minutes of the game and make sure that they bombard the defense of Manchester City, of Inter Milan, trying to get that first goal. Then, if they get that first goal, they will relax, control the ball, and make sure that they get more goals to make sure that they take that maximum 3 points and win the Champions League for the very first time.
Oh, okay. If today is your first time watching, you just like, subscribe, and share. We are going to short commercial break. We will be back right now.